If you don't review before class, I know. Yeah. So that's why we are going to review the same question. And also, today we are going to learn how to solve part D on both questions. And if you are doing good, we can move on to part E. Okay? Please write this down. Try your best to figure out how to answer part A. You should know. Don't copy paste from the previous lecture. Okay? Just try. Okay? Part A, B, C. I want you to remember what we did. Don't look at the previous lecture, okay? Just try your best to solve it. Okay? We're good? Is that clear? Okay. So start on these two questions. If you are done with these three parts, try to solve these three parts, okay? And then I will give you 15 to 20 minutes. Okay? Don't waste your time. I'm going around and see if you are solving. Okay?
Are you going to be taking credits?
You want credit?
Yeah.
I'm out of my mind.
So, Mr. Dashi, how would you greet yourself in person?
Huh? How to?
How to greet yourself?
How to greet others.
How do you greet others?
How do you greet others?
Well,
Hello.
it's been a rough morning.
So, I would say salam, but you're adding. Yeah. So that's why it's a kind of different from my language. I will say salam. Khubid. Khubid means how are you?
Okay.
Isn't it Khudi?
Khubid. Work on the question.
Exactly.
You can help each other,
No,
but
thank you.
don't make it.
Not helping help yourself.
Wow, so neat.
Actually, something 0.5. I know, but I'm trying to like maybe just 5%.
This
No, this from here.
this part, or this part?
Oh, this part plus.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait, so this part's in this part here.
Yeah, so from here, these two parts, yeah, this one just looks bigger than my graph.
Okay. Okay, so this one is here.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is just
No. My bad. This part looks like this part.
Yeah.
Color part looks like
Okay, so if this is 68%. And this is engineered here. So this is 2.5. And then from here
So this is mu plus, this is just mu. No. That's how it's talking to siblings. Yeah.
Work on the question, don't work on your phone.
That was just calculated. Okay. 50 plus 30. It's negative?
Yeah.
1
1 minus
I don't remember it. 84%. Is it 84%? I don't know if it's Is it percent? Yeah, yeah, 100, yeah.
less than.
Thank you.
Why is my Z like that? I tried to imitate her Z. With this year. Done with this year.
Yep. U plus 3.
Regular set.
I remember. Yeah, I remember Oh, 95 ends here. Oh, I remember. I was looking at the orange. Like, I'm sorry. 2.
X is 2, right?
Yeah.
Because X was 1. You would have 3.
Let's see the chart here.
I lost one. Go ahead.
Suck it.
There. I'll print it for you.
Table.
What?
Here.
Ink is expensive. Paper is expensive. I wasted my energy.
74. Yep. And since it shows us this side, it's 24.
What do we subtract?
So, so part A, B, C, and I'm going to so part D.
Yeah. Because you're trying to get the other side of it.
Okay, this is like, this is the U, that side.
Okay, what's
Yes,
this?
it's asking for more.
Okay, so it's subtracting. Oh, right, I remember it. 162. Yeah.
What's the answer? You need the graph or the table.
Yeah, I get it. And multiply it by 100 again.
Yeah.
So you do this. Standard.
Yeah, more exactly.
So they want to find out less than
Oh.
over the standard deviation, which is 6. So 1.
Why am I still faster than you? Faster than I am. It's percent now.
So what I said last time for part A, when it asks you use this rule, you should use exact same rule. So part B and C doesn't ask you for that rule, correct? So you should use Z table, right?
Just kidding.
0.5.
Just do the same thing. What's the strength more than 2?
It's not flat. It's oblong shaped. That's like
No, but I'm saying when it says drink more or less.
And we're doing number 3, right? We're doing number 3, right? We're doing number 3? No, we're doing number 3, A, B, and C. I mean, no, I mean, the other number 3, the pH.
Do you see?
Well, let's pretend I did it right now. I was new to it. Not your face. Just
Yeah,
the
see,
only
it was-
I copied the whole. It's flat.
No, but they're connected to a percent.
All that for one grade.
Yeah.
We want pineapple.
Yeah,
Pineapples.
so you look at it, 30.
You know what dragon fruit? It's a snake. All the fruit. It's
So in exam you want to waste like that, waste time like that, sharing fruits.
Yeah.
Solve.
Do we do D?
It's normal.
No, I'm going to solve. If you can, yeah, why not? You're good. So you can try.
No, answer D and E.
You can try. Why not?
Do we get credits or
Do we get extra credit?
can we?
Do you like extra credit?
Yes, we like extra
If
credit.
your answer is correct. Sure.
that counts.
Yeah, if your answer is correct.
Just
Sure.
like that
Why
one.
do we need to find the decimal?
Oh yeah. There was one question in there. The hesitant question. I answered after 12 attempts. 12. Yeah.
This is for the second.
Okay.
So you times, yeah, and then you match.
2 cups of coffee.
And then you do it.
You're 5.7, I already got 2.
So this is X. I don't know. I don't know.
Two minus 1.6. Oh, you need here.
Probability. Not percentage, it's probability. When you multiply it by 100,
Yeah.
percentage, you get times 1. That's
Oh, it's negative.
You look up here to remind yourself that it shows you this side of it. So you want this like you're trying to get between 2 points.
Which one are you in?
So 1.5 does 0.3%.
Oh, yeah.
2 does 0.
That's sort of more.
So this is 90.
I think you keep that.
Are you almost done?
I think you remind
Just trying to figure out the.
Wait, both?
I said if you're done with the first one, work on the second one.
Give me more work.
So part A, B, C. Okay?
you might
If you are done with the first one,
do
I'm trying to figure out the.
5, 2, 6, and then you minus
I started all the way over here.
the 1.5 cup. So like this 1.5
This is yours.
and 2.
Go away. It's yours.
Of course, these I think you do have to say
Oh, yeah. You have to take one.
Oh, no. Negative 0.72.
You understand?
Negative 0.
You see, fine.
I didn't know what I did.
Who knows when they're going to you never know.
8% of Americans. Drink what? Gracias, drink. How do you do that? Drink. Well, it says between 1.5 and 2.
Okay, that's good.
So you did
Oh,
so
it
you
was-
for 20.
I'm an idiot. I think I would run my phone to help you. Okay. So you left the phone. Dude, it's on my seat, or someone grabbed it.
Cash. It just all flew.
Trying to. She's trying to.
Not you. So this. So 2 cups of coffee. I'm trying to visualize. Don't at me.
And yeah. See, it's close to it, so it should be. Yeah. Multiply it. That's the. Yeah. You just do the opposite of this. And then you.
So if 2 cups of coffee, where is my 2 cups of coffee? More than 2 cups of coffee is 85.54%.
Okay, are you ready? I think that's enough time for you to figure this out. We already solved this. We already solved this. So it should take you just 5 minutes to solve everything. Okay, are you ready? So the first question says, suppose, as is roughly true, Americans consume an average of 1.66 cups of coffee daily. Assume American coffee consumption is normally distributed with a standard deviation of 0.21 cups. Okay, so we have a normal distribution with mean of 1.66 and a standard deviation of 0.21, correct?
Yes.
This is coffee consumption. Okay, it says using 6895 99.7 rule. does the top 2.5% of American drink? So, which middle portion is important for us here? We should subtract a middle portion from 100%, correct? 95, correct? Why? Because we will have 5% remained out of overall. So 5% divided by 2, because both sides are symmetric, so we know 2.5% on the right side, 2.5% on the left side, correct? So, if this is a distribution, let's say here is mu minus 2 sigma, here is mu plus 2 sigma, correct? And this is 95%, right? Remains 2.5% on this side, because this is 5 divided by 2. This is 2.5% on this side. Which one is top side?
Right.
This one, correct? So this is the top 2.5% of American. And we are going to concentrate on this part, correct? So this is the area they are talking about, they are asking for. This is the top 2.5% of America. Coffee consumption is on x-axis, correct? So mu plus 2 sigma gives us the amount of coffee they consume. To the right side means the coffee consumption is increasing, right? So I should find mu plus 2 sigma equal to, we know mu is 1.66, sigma is 0.21. What is the answer? 2.08 cups. So what should I write down? I will write down top 2.5% of American drink 2.08 cups of coffee, or what? More. Okay. Correct?
Yes.
Do you have any question? Okay. So, this was part A. Part B. To be able to solve part D, I need to know how to solve part B and C. For part B and C, we are going to use Z table. Correct? It says what percent of Americans drink less than 1 cup of coffee. These are important things. Less than is important. 1 cup of coffee is important. We should start with X. What is X in this question? 1. Exactly. So X is equal 1. So now what should I find? What should I find after this? X equal 1. I should write down Z. Z is equal to minus mu divided by sigma. X is 1, mu is 1.66, standard deviation is 0.21, correct? Our Z will be a negative number. What is that? 1/4. Do you remember I said to keep 3 digits for Z? And then we will round the 3rd digit, depending on the 4th digit, correct? So we just keep 3 digits. So now, we want to see what this less than means. Let's draw a graph. So this is a standardized normal distribution because we have Z value. 0 is in middle because Z value has no standardized normal distribution. Meaning 0 standard deviation is 1. Okay? Z has a normal distribution with mu 0 and a standard deviation sigma. So that's why 0 is in middle. Now, we know all the z value, -1 is on this side of 0. All the positive z value is on right side, correct? So approximately we should find this on x-axis, correct? Because we have z value on x-axis. So let's say -314 is here, approximately, correct? So we want to get an idea of what proportion they are asking for. So the area to the left side. Why? Because if they are talking about less than some cup of coffee, it should be on this side, because this is the coffee consumption which is decreasing, and this is the coffee consumption which is increasing, correct? So on this side, on left side of -3.14 gives us less than coffee consumption. So we need this area, correct? So the area is on the left side of z value, correct?
Yes.
So the z value is -3.14. From table A, find the area to the left side of z equal -314. So what is the area? You know that from table A, we can find all the area to the left side, correct? If we want a right side, we can subtract that number we found from 100. But here we just need area to the left side. So what is this area? The area is 0.0008, correct? So I said if you leave it like this, means this is a probability, correct? Means there is this much chance that American consume less than how much cup of coffee? One cup of coffee, correct? And then if I want percentage, I should multiply this to 100. So let's multiply this to 100. We will have 0.08%. Am I right? So this is the percentage we need. 0.08% of American drink what? Drink
Less than 1.
less than 1 cup daily. Correct? So we're done with this. Do you have any question? Any question? No? No. So the next question says, what percent of Americans drink more than? So the area should be on the right side of whatever z value we find, correct? X is equal 2, right? X equal 2. We should find z value for x equal 2. 2 minus 1.66 divided by 0.21. What is the answer? 34?
Yeah.
1.62.
No.
It's 1.62.
0.34 over 0.21 equals out to 1.62.
Ah.
The final answer.
So the final answer is 1.62, correct? Okay. So I'm going to draw a shape again, because for number D, part D, I need to show both shape, subtract some areas to get the result for next. So that's the reason I'm going to put both of them here. Can you please, for part D, change It will be much easier. Oh, now everyone got the answer? Really?
We don't know.
Okay, so let's solve it. Okay, let's solve with that one. That's okay. Just wanted to make it easier for you to explain. Okay, 1.62. 0 is in middle. 1.62, let's say here, maybe. This is a z value. Then they want the area to the right side, correct? So this is a question one for us. Area to the right side. But we know we cannot find this from table, right? So what we can find? We can find this one, correct? Find this from table. Find this from table A. So, area to the left of z equal 1.62 is left side. So what is the area to the left side from table? 0.74, which is 94.74%, and it goes here, 94.74%, right?
Yeah.
So how we can find the area to the right side?
You subtract it from 100.
Exactly. Will be 1 minus either this probability, or we can say 100% minus 94. Equal to
5.26%
of American. Exactly. Okay, so these are all from previous lectures. We had all of this, right? We could find area to the left side of z value. We could area to the right side of z value. Area to the left side shows us less than. Area to the left side, right side shows us to more than, correct? So left side shows us less than, right side shows us more than. So now we want to figure out what is the area between two z values. Okay? It says, what percent of Americans drink between 1.5 and 2 cups of coffee daily? So now we have 2x. One is 1.5, another is 2, right? For each of them, we should find z value, correct? Okay, far apart, x is equal 1.5, z is equal x minus mu, divide by sigma, 1.5 minus, divide by, what is the final answer?
Negative
One.
76?
Yeah.
3 digits, okay? You keep
Zero
three.
counts?
Yeah, for 1 here, because if you go to the table, this will be the first column, correct? This 07 will be in first column, and then 006 will be the top row. So this is our z value for this x. So let's call this x1. And then it will be z1, right? And then we have x2, which is how much coffee? How many? 2. And z2 is, we already know what is the z2. 1.62. Right? So far the process is exact same, you know. we are finding z value, correct? You're waiting for answer. It's obvious. Be fast, I want to know if I get extra credit or not. So what if 3, 4, 5 of you got the correct answer?
Then we all get extra credit.
Okay.
I cannot share between you.
Sharing is caring.
See? Sharing is caring. I can share between all of you. Okay, so let me clean this part. Actually, this one, because this says 1 cup of coffee, correct? So I want to draw another graph here. So you wrote down everything, correct? So okay. Zero here.
In the hospital.
Let's say I am going to find negative 0.76, okay? So it will be almost here, right?
Yeah.
And then 1.62 will be somewhere here, right?
Yeah.
Question says the area between, right?
Oh no, I'm having.
Okay, what are your answers? First, give me your answer.
77.38%.
I got 72.38.
Yeah, I got
Oh
that.
no.
32.
Oh no.
What else?
We're close enough. We got 70.
If it's between 70
0.8?
and 80, we all get extra.
And then, so 77.38, 72.38, 72.08.
Hold on.
Wait, give me a second.
Give me a second. Let me check my
No, you don't have any more
I
time.
got 73.3.
73.3%.
Why?
Anything else? So I heard some of you got this answer. Which one you?
72.38.
38?
Yeah.
You too?
38.
You got this one?
Yeah, I
You got that one? You too also?
I wrote down the
So be honest with me. Be honest with me. If I get the correct answer, everyone is here, then we're watching you. So some of you said this one, some of you said this one, so okay. Don't touch your notes anymore. Okay? If you want an extra credit. I'm watching you. We want this area, correct? From table A, listen. From table A, we can find area to the left side of negative 0.76, right?
Yes.
Also, we can find the area to the left side of 1.62, correct? We can find both of these. So, what is the area to the left side of 0.76, negative 0.76?
0.2236.
Yeah.
22.6.
Left side of negative 0.76 is what?
0.22.
Point
What's
two
the
two
percentage
three
of the
six.
probability? 0.2236.
36.
So you can say 22.36. I mean, doesn't matter, okay? And then what is the area from here to this side? 1.62. Area to the left side of, so let me write down area to the left side of 1.62 is
9474.
0.9474. We already found this, right?
Yes.
From previous step.
Are you okay?
I'll change my answer.
Can we change our answers?
To get negative 0.76, correct?
No, well, I'm saying how to find the area.
Listen, all of you, please, listen. So he is asking how we found the area to the left side of negative 0.76, correct? So let's look at the table just as a review. So the first page of table give us all the negative z, right? So the first column shows us the first two digits for this z. You should find negative 0.7, correct? So negative 0.7, did you find it in first column? And then the third digit is 0.06, correct? So you should find it in top row. Do you find it? So intersection between, yeah, this 0.6 and this one is exactly. So is this correct? 0.2236. And this is the area to the left side of negative 0.76. Okay, so now we'll. So if you want an area between these two lines, what you should do? You have a bigger area to this side, right? And you're taking this smaller area from this bigger area. What remains? Area between these two remains. Is that correct? Do you understand this, all of you? Do you understand?
100 minus 0.94.
It will be this area minus this area. Correct? So, area between z equal negative 0.76 and z equal 1.62 is 0.9474. Don't shout, don't scream. I'm recording, keep polite. Manner. So what is the answer?
72.38. That was my answer too. I don't know why I said.
Okay.
7.5.
Who was this one?
Me.
Oh, now everyone? I said be honest with me. Okay. Okay. So whoever got the correct answer, don't touch your notes anymore. Change that to another page. So bring your result, and I will, kind of. I will mark front of your name, and for the first exam, you will receive how much extra credit?
100 something.
No, just one. Just one. Yeah, because we will have more this kind of extra credit.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And there are many of them. So after class, please come to me, and I will give you your extra credit. And okay, good. So it seems most of you understood what's going on. Do you have any question about this one?
No.
Who has question? Who has question? So do you want me to separate this to two graphs to show how it exactly works?
No.
Maybe. Let me just, to be more safe. Everyone understood what we are doing. So, we have one graph like this, and this is 1.62, correct? And we know all the area to the left side of this 1.62. We can find it from table to be 0.9474, correct?
Yes.
Do you understand this? Yes. So then we have another graph here. Now, in this graph, we have negative 76. And then we know how to find this area from table A from table. A, we have 2236, correct? And then negative 0.76, 1.62 is area between and if you compare what I did, I just take this small area from this bigger area, means just delete this part, the middle part will remain, correct? And then that's why we have this picture. So if you are taking this small area from the bigger area, means 0.94, which is a bigger probability, minus the smaller probability, which is this one. And the area between will be 0.7238. And we convert this to percentage, and we say this much percent of American drink between 1.5 cups of coffee. Why 1.5? Because this is the z value for this x, and 1.6 is 2 cups of coffee daily, and this 1.62 is a z value for 2 cups of coffee. That's it. So the next question says, suppose pH of rain at one location varies among rainy days according to a normal distribution with mean 5.43. So rainfall will have a normal distribution with this pH mean and this pH as a standard deviation, correct? This is mu, this is sigma, right? It says use 68, 95, 99.7% rule. What is the pH level of rainfall in the upper 16% of rainy days? So what portion is important for us now? The middle portion should be 68, right? Because we are going to subtract 68 from 100%. What remains? 32 remains, correct? So on both sides together we will have 32. Divide 32 by 2, each side will be 16. So we will have 16% here, 16% here. And this number is mu minus sigma. This is mu plus sigma, correct? Because the middle part is 68%, and we know 68%, middle 68% of observations are between mu minus sigma and mu plus sigma. This one is the upper 16% because we divide 32 divided by 2.
60.
Divided by 2 is 16%, right? So we are interested to find this pH for rainfall because this is top 16% of rainy days, and they have pH from this value to more or maximum. So what is mu plus sigma in this example? Huh? 5.97 pH. So top 16% of rainy days will have the rainfall with pH of 5.97 and more, or more. Correct? Part B says, what percent of rainy days have rainfall pH below 4.5? So X is equal to 4.5 pH, correct level? And then Z is equal to 4.5 minus 43 divided by 0.54. Am I right? What is the Z value?
Negative 1.72.
72, correct? So for this C value, we want to see what is the area less than this C value, correct? Because it says the rainy days are less than this pH. So negative 1.72 is here. And then this is the area less than. We find this from table A. So what is the probability for this one? 0.7, right? And then will be 4.27%, correct? So 4.27% of rainy days will have 4.5 pH or less than what? pH level. No, that is a Z value. When you want to interpret, you should bring back the X value, correct? And say this was the X we were talking about.
Oh, okay.
Because for this Z value, X was 4.5, right? That's the reason.
But that's the percent of rainy days.
This is the percent of rainy days. This is the area, and these are our on Z value axis and X axis, correct? So B, C. C says what percent of rainy days have rainfall more than 6? Z for this 6 is 6 minus 5.43 divided by 0.54 equal to what? Give me the Z value. 1.06. So we are going to find this, and it will be on the other side. 1.06 is Z value, and they are asking us for this area, right? So from table we find this. What is this area probability is? 8.5 what? 8.8.
Oh,
8.5.
8.54. There's 2 5.
554.
Correct now?
Yes.
So, the area to the right side is 100% minus to the right side I'm talking about, correct? Because this is the question mark for us, because it says more than, right?
Yeah.
100 minus 0.80
5,
54, which is equal to 14.46%. Everything is good? Sure? 14.46% of rainfalls have pH more than, correct? More than what? More than pH is 6. Correct? Right? If you go back to the question, x was 6. So now, part D says, what percent of rainy days have rainfall with pH between 4.5 and 6? So, 0 is here. For x 4.5, we already found the z value, right? The z value for 4.5 from part A is negative 1.72. X2 is 6, right? The z value for x2 equals 6 was 1.06, right? Then we have negative 1.72 here, right? 1.06 here. Maybe more to this side. Am I right? We want an area between these two. This is the question mark for us. Right? So, we know the area to the left side of negative 1.72. What is the area to the left side of negative 1.72? 27%, right? And then area to the left side of 1.06 is
85.54.
correct? So, area between z equal negative 1.72 and z equal 1.06 is 85.54% minus 4.27%, which is 27% of rainy days have rainfall between 4.5 and 6 pH. Correct? Do you have any question?
Are you just trying to do for E and on both of them?
So let's see our syllabus. I want to see when is our exam, and then to see how much time we have. I will give you a hint, okay? If you are going to write down the question, please write it down now. I will give you a hint. Work on this question. Next time we are going to solve part E for both of these. And then I will bring a new question to solve all, these steps A, B, C, D, E. Okay? So write this down, and then I will give you a hint. Okay, so our exam is on 25th February. Correct? Monday. And now we are in 13th February, and we don't have any class this week anymore. Today is Wednesday, correct?
Yes.
So next week we will have 2 lectures, correct? So the first lecture on Monday, we are going to solve part E, okay? And again, we will solve one more question, and it will be a practice for the exam, correct? And then the section after that, we will review for the exam from chapter 1, 2, and if we have extra time, again, we can go back to the chapter 3 and review everything. So Monday will be a kind of continuing chapter 3 and reviewing chapter 3, okay? So,
You want us to write E
part E,
for both?
for both.
Okay.
Work on these two questions, please, and I will give you a kind of hint.
Right now?
Yeah,
Oh, right now?
we still have 10 minutes. 8 minutes. Yes.
Is it E or after the second?
Makes sense.
You should just enter the DS.
Just adjust it, please. We don't have the, it will be E. So for both of questions, please write down the question and I will give you a hint now. You got it already? Good. Okay, so I didn't want to say front of camera because I'm going to record that and other classes will see that and they'll be jealous and I will cut this part now after your
Okay.
I really love your class. This is my most favorite class.
You get
so
extra
far.
credit for being your favorite?
Yeah. Huh? Yeah. I will.
Yay!
Just don't tell anyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think you just have to the equation for this and we just fill in for x. Yeah. So like x, minus, then we just subtract average over.
Okay. So, do you want a hint?
No.
And then you you can continue at home, okay? Okay, so far you saw kind of two type of question. One type was using 68, 95, 99.7 rule, correct?
Yes.
For the first part, you got the percentage of observations and then you had the percentage for the observation. And what you found the amount of coffee, for example, X. So from percent of observation, you reach to find the X value or amount of coffee consumption, correct? Is that correct? Because it says 2.5% of American drinks more than question mark coffee daily, correct? So that was a question mark. For the second and for this all B, C, D, what you had X value, correct? You had amount of coffee, and then you were finding the percent of observations or percent of American drink less than this amount of coffee, more than this amount of coffee, or between this amount of coffees, correct? For part E, it says complete the following sentence and support your answer. This much percent of American drink X amount of coffee or more. It's a kind of structure is kind of similar to the first part, correct? Because we have the percent of observations, we want to reach the X value, right? But we are not using 68, 95, 99.7 rule. We are using Z table, correct? So, there are lots of hints we had so far about Z value, Z table. Z value is a standardized value of X, correct? So to reach X value, you should find Z value. Am I right? For the last part. Then you have the percentage here. The percentage can be found in table Z, correct? So from the percentage, you are finding Z value. From Z value, you are finding X, right? But this percentage is tricky because you should make sure what percentage is that? Is that less than or more than percentage? Because if it is more than percentage, you cannot find this from table, right? You have to find less than area to be able to find this probability or this percentage from the table. Do you understand this? So with all this information, you have the observation, percent of observations. You will find this percent of observation in middle part of table, correct? And then as soon as you find the observation, you find the Z value for these observations, correct? Then after Z value, you have the formula. You can find X, right?
So you just work backwards.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You will go back. Do you have any question? No? Any question? You found it? You found the answer? Okay. Any question? Anything? No? I will check to see if you are correct or not. Okay? So, next time you know what's the plan. Please review before you come to the class. I don't need to tell you because as I said 5 minutes ago about this class, so I know you are going to review and you are going to be ready for the next section, and your exam will be just 2 more lectures we have for the exam, correct? And it will be just chapter 1, 2, 3. Be prepared. And start on your assignment because maybe you will have a question, okay? You should bring your question to the class. Take care, have a good weekend. Bye. Oh, for extra credit.